we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you a special presentation of
Two Nerds, a podcast. Your home for everything movies, music, video games, and everything in between. With your hosts, Bunny the Bruiser, and Dynamite Jared Latching.
How's it going, everyone? We are Two Nerds. This is a podcast. I'm
And I'm Dynamite Jared.
keeping me in suspense, as always. I see how it is. So, as you were telling me, you have just received the first snow of the year today.
It's snowing in Ashtabula. I was gonna say, as our one listener knows, but No Star Reviews doesn't live in Ashtabula.
Yeah.
So it's snowing pretty freaking hard. Our first snow, and I think on the radio it said yesterday, it's like, oh, some lake effect, some accumulation possible. We got I don't know, 6 inches already. Yeah. It was past my ankles when I was walking to my car. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we have no snow, so I guess it's only a matter of time until we get it here, I guess. I mean, we're a little bit south, so.
I don't know how bad Columbus actually gets it, though. I feel like you guys still have pretty bad winters, but I feel like it's going to be very mild for you compared to what you're used to.
Yeah, that's what I assume. Emily told me that, when it snows here, people don't know how to react to it. You know how in Beulah, when it snows, everyone, forgets how to drive? I guess it's, even way worse here.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're further south, and you're also a bigger destination, so
yeah.
People that aren't native to this land, they don't... all the native Ohioans... I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've got, I don't know, sort of a stacked show, I guess, on my end. We have a lot of, little talking points, so it's going to kind of be, rapid fire for a little bit. I guess, first off, and we could maybe blow through this or skip it or whatever, but what do you want to say about Crown Jewel and the,
Jesus.
and the aftermath there?
I haven't watched any of it. I've just kind of read or listened to things.
See, when I woke up, because I worked overnight and this started during the day or whatever, and when I woke up, I turned it on and it was right as
you're a bigger man than me. Right
when the Miz got hurt, quote unquote, and Shane goes in, and then I turned it off after that. So
yeah, I don't really know what to say about this. I think people are making a bigger deal out of that than... I mean, don't get me wrong. It's stupid as all hell. Yeah. It's really dumb. But if you've been watching WWE for any amount of time, it's not totally out of the norm. So, I mean,
And here's the thing, the tournament was meant to crown the quote-unquote best in the world, when essentially the entire tournament is made up of mid-card guys. I
thought that the big beef was that it was supposed to be the best in the world, so it's kind of touting this international flair.
Yeah.
But everybody competing in the tournament...
Except Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio's even American, I guess.
Yeah, I know, but he's, of a different... background.
Mexican, descent.
Yeah.
But he's not American.
He's not a white guy, though.
No, but, there was no Shinsuke Nakamura or Rusev. They eliminated those guys from it pretty early. So, no Knock America representation in the tournament.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about Crown Jewel. I haven't watched it, but from what I gather, it seems pretty trash. It seems terrible.
It's the same thing as the Greatest Royal Rumble. It's just kind of a glorified house show, except for the fact that the title was vacant, so we got a title crowning.
You got a title change.
Yeah.
At a house show.
Yeah, but other than that, it was a house show. So your boy is back. Hello. at least made
Also,
a one.
Shane, the thing that's more than a house show thing with Shane.
Yeah.
I think they're doing an actual angle with it.
Yeah.
He's probably going to turn heel.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, go ahead.
Your boy Hogan.
My boy. That's right.
I mean, we had him on the Let's Play before. I mean, he was hanging out with us. I mean, he's our boy. He's finally back in his home.
Well, you know, it's going to be difficult to book him for any Let's Plays in the future now because he's back under WWE contract. He was pretty available at the time of that Let's Play. Had some unflattering things to say.
Yes.
And, you know, he lost all of his WWE bookings and became very available and very cheap for our Let's Play. So I think that's the end of that partnership for us.
For now, at least. Are
you
you surprised? Because they were bringing him back. They announced it like the day before. But are you surprised they didn't bring him back to win the World Cup tournament?
I'm surprised that he didn't invoke creative control of his contract to come back and win the tournament. Yeah, I mean, that's slightly shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just not at all interested in WWE right now.
Yeah.
NXT's doing some really good things. NXT TV's got me like pretty into it.
Yeah.
And like it's funny how I watch NXT and I watch it like I maybe miss episodes here and there, but I watch NXT and then just every time they do something and it's always so basic. It's all the way they write stories and everything in NXT is just like basic wrestling. There's not that many like out of nowhere swerves or anything like that. Usually you can see things coming a mile away, but it's just funny how I can watch it and just be like, God, this is a good wrestling show. Like I'm always just really happy. I come away from almost every NXT show pretty damn satisfied with what I just saw.
Yeah.
As for WWE, on the other hand, as far as their main roster, I come away from every show very aggravated or just bored out of my mind. So I'm really looking forward to NXT TakeOver next week, this coming Saturday, and I'm not looking forward so much to SummerSlam, but I'll Survivor Series. Sorry, SS.
Yeah.
But I will be watching both of them because I'll be in Erie.
Yeah.
For those shows, so oof.
Very cool.
It's gonna be rough.
Yeah. So it was a weekend of controversy because we had that, and then I don't know if you heard the next day the controversial Saturday Night Live moment with.
No, I haven't heard of this.
Okay, so basically, they do kind of like their weekend updates, kind of like a Daily Show or Colbert Report kind of.
Yeah. They used to do it with Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, so it was during that segment, and they brought on Pete Davidson, who is already like kind of a controversial figure because he was like dating Ariana Grande, and I guess he like sent nude pictures to like Mac Miller or some shit, and was just like, "Oh, you will never get this," or whatever, and then he fucking like, so he's already like a controversial figure, and this week was also the week before when this happened was the week before the elections. So he comes on there, he's making fun of the Republican candidates, all that, just like cracking jokes. And then it comes to someone who was running for like Congress or governor or something of Texas or whatever. And he was a war vet who lost his eye in an explosion. And so he wears an eye patch. So it like comes on the screen and he's like, so we've got this guy. And people say that he's running for the Republican Party in Texas, but I think he's just a serial killer in a porno movie or something because like he has like the eye patch on or whatever, and like the audience laughs about it, and then he says, "Yeah, I know it's tough to say because I guess he lost his eye in war or whatever," and so like it's been like this big controversy for the past few days, and yeah, so I don't know your thoughts about making fun of people who lost their eye in battle on national television. Just any thoughts? I mean, you're a big controversy guy.
I
But
mean,
here's the thing about it. The guy didn't even seem that offended. He just came on. He was like, "Yeah, I don't need an apology. It's just I don't understand why that was a joke. Like it wasn't funny or whatever." Like that's just what
the crowd obviously thought it was funny. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can understand why he doesn't think it's funny, since he knows firsthand why he lost the eye and,
Yeah.
and all that. Here's the thing, okay, is that Donald Trump, the president of the United States, basically insulted POWs to like take a jab at a dead John McCain.
Yes.
Right? And like some people got upset about it, but I don't remember it being like this huge controversy, right? That other things that he said have been considered more controversial in my opinion, whereas like in my view as the president, you know what I mean, that's something you shouldn't say. As a comedian, I'd like to think that a lot of things are not off limits. So,
see, here was my thing. I had no problem with the joke because, I mean, if he was a Democrat, like you could still make the same kind of joke. It's just the issue is like, oh, they're making fun of the Republicans or whatever. But if it happened to like a Democrat, I feel like the Republicans would be like, oh, he's a liberal snowflake. He can't take a joke. Blah blah.
That's the controversy, is that they're making fun of Republicans, because I mean, doesn't Saturday Night Live do that every fucking weekend?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like,
it's just that this specific...
the comedy scene right now seems pretty left and like pretty Democrat. I mean, I'm just basing this based on like stuff that I see on like the Daily Show and stuff, where they'll make fun of Democrats here and there, but largely what their content is targeted towards is bashing Republicans. And so, I mean, like,
and it's not a difficult thing to do.
Shocker. I mean, if you don't want Republican propaganda, don't watch Fox 8 News. If you don't want,
people making fun of Republicans,
if you don't want Republican jokes at Republicans' expense, don't watch Comedy Central and don't watch Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
I know it's not on Comedy Central. I'm just saying avoid Comedy Central as well, because they do their fair share of Republican bashing.
Yes.
So I mean, don't do it, and don't pretend like people don't sit here and make fun of like others. You know what I mean? Don't pretend like Republicans don't sit there and make fun of Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
I know he's not like a injured war veteran or anything like that, but as far as the two parties go, they make fun of each other, like, cut them loose. Yeah. This is a lot less offensive than, people like hanging pictures of President Obama and stuff, like, not like hanging framed pictures.
No, I know what you mean.
Like doing the hanging of like the dummies or whatever.
Yes.
So, But
yeah,
whatever. I think that comedy is comedy, and as long as you're not out there dropping the N-word like straight up, like with the hard R, and stuff like that, or like rape jokes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Rape jokes aren't, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I think that there was a time in comedy where rape jokes were probably acceptable, but
I think you can still make rape jokes, but it's not about a joke about rape. You can joke about rapists. There's like a difference. Like you can
make fun of a rapist, but you can't make any jokes at the victim's expense.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Not anymore. Not in 2018. Yeah. So I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's a good thing, probably, because I don't know if jokes at victims' expense was ever really funny to begin with.
Yeah.
Maybe it was when I was in like junior high and thought everything was funny.
Yeah. But
I don't know anymore. I'm too sophisticated for that kind of joke now, buddy.
Yeah.
Too sophisticated for that.
But I don't know. We'll see how SNL addresses it tonight on their show, but
they shouldn't. SNL shouldn't apologize for that. That's so tame. It's just like, it looks like a.
And the thing is,
say, like a villain in a porno movie or something?
Yes, he looks like a hitman in a porno movie. Like it's not even, like it's just like. I don't think it's that offensive. Like I thought, like I was watching it live because I was working it and I was like doing the commercials. Like I laughed at it. I thought it was kind of funny.
Oh
but
yeah,
then, but
you're
then
biased. You got to stick up for the SNL cast.
Yeah.
You might lose your job if you don't stick your neck out for these guys.
Yeah. But
that's the whole reason we're talking about this on the podcast now, is to justify it.
Yeah.
They sent you to the podcast to get good press.
Yeah. But here's like everyone's going kind of like at his throat about it. But like, I mean, you kind of think like, this kind of had to be approved by SNL. I mean, they put the picture on the screen, like they knew what was going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean, doesn't SNL have writers? Right, so
yes.
Like, isn't he just reading off a script?
Yeah,
but he's not a regular cast member, is he?
No, he is. Yeah, he's on there every week. Like he's.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on that segment every week.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? Not controversial. I'm giving this my disinterested stamp. Not controversial enough for me to really sink my teeth into it.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you heard about it because that was the big news story coming out of the weekend.
No, it wasn't even controversial enough to come on my radar. Yeah, that's how uncontroversial it is.
Some good news that happened this weekend. I don't know if it was this weekend, but you're a pretty avid Uno player, correct?
Yes, yeah, sure.
Well, Uno has been inducted into the Toy Hall of Fame, along with the Magic 8-Ball and Pinball this weekend.
Long overdue induction into the Toy Hall of Fame for all three of those toys.
Like, honestly, yeah, all three of them.
All three of those. Incredible. Incredible news. Incredible news for the toy community. This is just a long overdue. It's an insult to the toy community that it's taken so long to induct these toys.
Yeah. Well, it's only been going on for 20 years. I think it opened in 99.
They should be first ballot Hall of Famers.
Well, I think like the first
Uno, Magic 8-Ball. I'm assuming Slinky was in the first ballot. First ballot.
I think the first ballot was like blocks and like crossword puzzles and shit.
Good Lord. How long till we get Furby in this thing? Like
Furby might
were
be
people
in
like
it.
stabbed to death over Furby?
They were.
That's Hall of Fame. That's Hall of Fame worthy, in my opinion.
I don't know. I think like the only video games in it is just the original Nintendo. At this point.
Oh yeah, that's got to make an appearance.
No, I think Atari 2600 was in the first class. I think.
What's the hottest selling console like ever?
Super Nintendo. No, the Wii.
I was gonna say possibly the Wii.
Yeah, I think.
But Wii. I want to say, okay, so that like, since the, I want to say that like the console that I pretty much knew, right? So like the one that everyone had, I guess it wouldn't be the hottest selling right out the gate because it had a hefty price tag for the time. But I feel like the one that probably sold the most, maybe I'm wrong on this, overall. It's got to be PlayStation 2, right? Everybody had one of those fuckers.
I didn't have one until adulthood.
Really?
Yeah. Damn. I mean, I was always a Nintendo kid. I didn't have a PlayStation until way later. I think, well, not until, I think when I was a teenager, whenever, like, Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, my brother got a PS2, so then we had one. So I might have been, like, 14, 15-ish.
So I was already, like, graduated.
Yeah, you were already dropped out of college, adulthood, all that, so.
I'm already on my PS3 at that point.
Yeah, probably.
My buddy's just getting his PS2.
Yeah.
All right, so. So
good news for Uno.
News. Yeah, good news for Uno. I'm going to go play some Uno tonight. Yeah. Not really.
It appears as if the first two classes had, like, 20 or so inductions, and since then they did, like, 3 a year.
Okay.
So
Slinky's in, right?
I would imagine. I mean, I haven't gone through all of this. But, like, the first...
Slinky, Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. Play-Doh, roller skates, teddy bears, yo-yos, bikes, like, shit like that. Yeah, Slinky was in the second class, the class of 2000.
Bikes.
Bikes. Yes.
How vague of a...
Jigsaw puzzles, checkers. I mean, just every.
Is there like a physical like place?
I don't know.
Physical hall for this?
Let me see. I do not think there's a physical hall. It would say on this Wikipedia page. It's kind of like the WWE Hall of Fame. It doesn't actually like. It's not a physical thing you can visit. Yeah. But So that's the toy news of the week. Did you have any other toy news? Oh, I guess we'll get to this a little later, but there was a trailer that came out for a game that we'll talk about towards the end of the show. You know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
we got some movie news, I guess, in the nerd community. Did you see the new Aquaman posters?
No.
He's wearing the sort of like, I don't know if it was the original outfit, but he's wearing like the iconic like orange suit in it.
Okay.
So people say it looks really good, I guess.
Here's my thing. Aren't they rebooting the whole DC universe?
I have no clue.
But yet this movie's still coming out.
I guess.
I mean, it's interesting. It's just interesting to me that it's like
DC's just a fucking mess. Like, they don't, like...
This movie's going to be pointless, I guess, because it's like... I'm assuming it's only coming out because they already wrapped production on it. And so, like... They're like, well, we can't just sit on this. We got to put it out. But also, we are going to reboot the whole universe, so...
It makes no sense to me. I mean, they just completely fucked everything up. I mean...
Well, all they had to do was make sure Batman didn't kill anybody. What's the first thing they did? Have Batman kill people.
Well, even from, like, the first Man of Steel movie, like, Superman's, like, fucking destroying, like, whole cities and shit, I guess.
Yeah, I liked Man of Steel, though. I thought that movie was alright.
I don't know. It's just a fucking mess. I mean, we'll see what happens, I guess. We have other movie news, and this is old news, but I was not aware of it until this week, and I'm pretty sure you're probably not.
Godfather 3 is out. Yes, buddy. It's been out for a long time.
Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Coming out next November.
Oh, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere because before we started this call, I told you that I had other news, and I do know now that it's movie related, but I still can't for the life of me remember what it is.
Okay, well, we'll talk about Sonic for a minute, and we'll see if this might jog your memory. So
Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Is it going to be animated CG?
Yeah, it's going to be CG animated.
Okay, thank God.
But I was worried at first. Okay, so they announced this back in June, and the reason I'm bringing it up, and it's somewhat controversial, is that they are not using the iconic cast from the video games that everyone kind of knows, like, oh, that's what Sonic sounds like, that's what Robotnik sounds like. They casted Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik.
I could see it, though. I'm not really worried about him.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I just know it was causing a bit of controversy, but then
Who's cast as Sonic?
It's like a no-name guy, I think, at this point, unless they change it, because I guess they want more name value in it, so they might make it someone else, but I don't know. But they want to go for a hard PG-13 rating on this. So
what?
I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
So this is just a very bizarre kind of movie right now.
I think this is the first time, okay, this is the first time ever that, like, something that's, like, they're doing, like, a Hollywood take on something, right? And usually it's, like, that's good news. They're going for, like, to darken it, make it PG-13 or rated R or something like that. Like, make it dark.
But not the video game movies.
To appeal to the hardcore audience that's been around for 30 years, in my case.
Yeah.
So...
you target the people it grew up with, so you bump up the rating.
Right, but in this case...
Sonic is just as relevant with kids.
I don't see the need for it. I will go see a rated G Sonic movie, because I've never really known Sonic to be anything other than family-friendly, if slightly rebellious, but still family-friendly.
Yeah, I mean, I could see a PG rating, like, no doubt about it. But I don't know what would warrant a PG-13, you know? I mean, none of the games have even been rated teen, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's weird.
Like E10 plus, maybe, but...
That's super weird, man. I don't know if I like that.
Like, the only thing I can imagine is language, but I can't imagine swearing in a Sonic...
Why does Sonic need to swear? He doesn't need to swear.
Well, it could be Robotnik, who's just like, shit. or something. I don't know. But
Huh.
I don't get it. It's supposed to be out like a year from now. But
I remember.
you remember your news?
My thing. So yeah.
But yeah,
You got anything else to say about Sonic before I
no.
absolutely freak out?
I am looking forward to it for I'm looking forward to it a little bit. I mean, Sonic was one of my big things as a kid. I was a Nintendo kid, but I also had a Sega Saturn, so Sonic was a big part of my youth as well.
I loved Sonic when I was a kid. I think that's probably the game that I was going to put on my 10 video games that had an impact on you. I'm pretty sure that today I was going to go with Sonic 2.
Yeah.
And I probably still will.
I put Sonic on mine already.
You put Sonic Adventure, which is...
Sonic Adventure 2, my dude. The second one.
Which is a good game, just an odd Sonic choice.
That's one of my favorite. That might be my favorite Sonic, actually, because that's the one I played the most. Because I like, you tend to forget, I'm a little bit younger than you, so I didn't really have the Genesis and the Super Nintendos. That was kind of past my thing. Like, I started with N64.
Yeah, you were like, I start right off with that N64 and Sega Dreamcast. Ugh.
Yeah.
Garbage systems, even though N64 is probably my favorite of all time.
Sega Saturn, actually.
You had a Saturn?
Oh, I had a Saturn. Saturn.
Did you ever pick up Dragon Ball Legends for Saturn?
Well, I don't have it anymore. But the Sega Saturn was actually my first system. And then I saw an N64 at one of my friends' houses when I was in like kindergarten. And I was like, shit, I gotta get one of those.
So the oddest thing ever happened, and I should probably save this for later in the show, but since it's up right now.
Yeah.
The oddest thing ever happened when I was a kid, because I would watch Dragon Ball Z on Toonami, but this is back before they wouldn't go past like Goku beating Raccoon, or maybe even Goku just showing up.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you were watching Dragon Ball Z at this point. I'm not sure, because they would just do like constant reruns to about halfway through the Namek saga and then restart the whole show. They did this for years, right?
Well, that was because of the casting thing, right?
Something, I don't know, but they did it for years. And I'm talking way back when I first got into Dragon Ball Z, right? And Moltar was still hosting Toonami.
Yeah.
All right. So like,
see, I was a Tom guy. I was not part of that era.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I was just getting into it, but I was like hooked from the word go. I mean, I probably told the story before, but like the first time I saw the show and I was just flipping through channels and I just saw Vegeta was the first thing I saw, and it was him powering up to fight Raccoon. That was the thing. I started it and it went like, it was right at the end of the episode. He was straight raging out and he charged at Raccoon and it went into the whole like next time on Dragon Ball Z thing, right?
Yeah.
And so like I just remember seeing like, who is this guy with crazy hair who's on fire, screaming and jumping at people? You know what I mean? I have to watch this show. So I fell in love with it. But it's really early on, and Dragon Ball Z was not popular yet, but it was on TV.
Correct.
This was before it really exploded. And I remember flipping through like a Game Informer or some type of game magazine. I don't even know if Game Informer was around yet. But it was, you know, game something, right? And seeing an ad for Dragon Ball Legends for Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
In the damn thing. And I'm like, oh my God, there's a video game for it? I don't even know if this game ever got a domestic release like over here or not. I'm not sure, but for some goddamn reason, it was in this damn game magazine. And I was like, whoa, I have to play this game. To this day, I've still never played Dragon Ball Legends for Sega Saturn.
Neither
I've never even emulated the damn thing.
Yeah. When I had my Saturn, I only had like 3 or 4 games, and then it was N64 from there on out.
They had a Gundam game for Sega Saturn.
Really?
They had some like rare gems on Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many of them got stateside release.
Yeah, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I mean, the Saturn was a huge flop over here, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that ended up being my first system. Like, my grandpa got it for me. I don't even know how the fuck he heard about it.
I wanted one. I wanted one super bad when I was a kid, but it just never happened.
Yeah.
So
anyway, your movie news.
So I don't know so much if it's news anymore, because this has been kind of in the news for a while. It's old news, kind of like your Sonic thing. But
Yeah.
I just saw like a recent like poster for it, and a release date is going to be sometime next year.
Mm-hmm.
The new Terminator reboot.
Oh
with
God,
James,
I did not see it. No,
with James Cameron as executive producer.
that doesn't mean shit though. That means here's a bunch of money, go do your thing. If he was producer, then that'd be fine.
This is this is basically the same exact concept, like bare bones concept, as the new Halloween. Whereas we're taking the star from the original Terminator.
Yeah.
She's in it. The original Sarah Connor.
It's not ignoring Terminator 2, is it?
No, it's
Thank God.
So it's taking Terminator 2 and ignoring all the other sequels, right? After Terminator 2. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is obviously in it. And so I just saw like a new poster for it, I think was the news. There's a new poster for it. Are you looking that up right now?
Is it the one where it's just kind of like in the rain?
No, I saw a poster with Sarah Connor and 2 other females.
I'm looking now.
Whatever. I mean, so they're...
Oh, is it like an upward angle? They're like on a building?
I think that they were both just kind of walking towards the camera.
No, this is for the TV show. I'm not going to fucking find it. The Terminator Chronicles or whatever bullshit.
Maybe it was just a fan-made poster. I don't know. I just saw like a news article for this that it was coming out next year, produced by James Cameron, blah, 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 whatever. Listen, man, and I'm just going to say this. When it comes to Terminator and Halloween franchises, my thoughts and opinions are just totally, totally different. Whereas both of them are Terminator 2 and Halloween are both in my top 5 films of all time.
Me as well.
Including Terminator 1 is somewhere there in my top 20 films of all time. Right?
Right.
Like, I fucking love Terminator. Something I'm super passionate about. I love it.
But the difference is
Halloween. Something super passionate about. I love it.
But the difference is
I don't want to see
yes
any more Terminator films.
You ended it in Terminator 2. That was it. That was the definitive. You can't come back from that.
Well, they ended Halloween and Halloween 2 as well, but that still kept coming back. And you know what? I didn't mind it. Maybe it's just because the formula is just so easy to keep it going. It's not that hard to keep telling the story. Yeah. Is that, he actually survived. Okay. Whereas in Terminator 3, we have the famous, you can't stop Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Well, why not?
Right.
No, you just can't. You just can't do it.
Because Michael Myers was just in a coma, man.
So basically what you're telling me is that the ending of Terminator 2, that heart-wrenching ending that just drew tears from me as a kid, where John Connor loses the only father figure he's ever had in his life, the Machine, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the T-800, and he just goes into the lava. He's got to go to stop Judgment Day. All traces of Skynet need to be destroyed. You're telling me that doesn't matter. That ending doesn't matter.
Yes, well, that's what they're saying.
Okay, dude. All right, fuck you. All right, so Terminator, this new Terminator movie, and it's doing this thing that's a trend now. That's it's starting to get irritating. It started out as something that it's like for fans, like, oh, that's cool. I'm into that because all those other sequels sucked. If we could just ignore those, that's cool. But now it's like a trend. Like literally every fucking movie franchise ever, like anything that's been franchised now is doing this, where it's like,
we'll ignore the shitty ones and
we're going to ignore all the shitty sequels and put out this reboot. All those shitty sequels, they're gone. So now it's like a trend, right? And it's like,
at least they didn't do that with Creed. I mean, the shitty sequels still count in Creed.
Does Rocky V still count?
I believe so.
That's a question that still has not been answered.
Are you sure they didn't have like newspaper articles like on the wall in the Rocky's like restaurant or whatever about some of the shit that happened in Rocky 5? I think
of his straight up like street fight with Tommy Gunn.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Or did they ignore it? Because does Rocky even have a son anymore? Or is he just, oh, my son's away or something? Like they like wrote him out.
He has a son in Rocky Balboa.
I didn't see that.
His son goes back to what? Rocky 3? Doesn't he?
I don't remember.
He's got a baby like pretty early on, I feel like.
It's been forever since I watched all of them. Like I remember bits and pieces, but
anyways, man, I can't tell you how unexcited I am for this new Terminator movie. I don't know if I said it already, but Terminator Genesis has been out for years now. I own the fucking thing, and I still have not watched Terminator Genesis.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either. I didn't see Terminator Salvation either.
I saw Terminator Salvation in theaters when I was still young and gullible when that shit came out. When I still believed that you could make a good Terminator movie.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll be shocked. Maybe I'll be surprised. But I'm telling you right now, best case scenario is that this movie could be slightly better than Terminator 3.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you can do.
Which isn't a bad movie. It's not bad. But it's
like,
never going to be a movie that I'm going to sit down and watch.
It's never going to be the first two. Like, there's just, like, no way, you know? Like, it's always going to be the third best. If that. Because it could be terrible. Like, we don't know.
I don't know why this, like, hurts me so bad with this, where it's just like, I wish this would just die.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why this series over others really affects me, whereas, like, my literal favorite movie of all time is Halloween. Okay, I know that there will never be another Halloween. There will never be anything better than Halloween in that franchise. But for some reason, I'm still okay with them churning out sequel after sequel and just milking this thing till it's dead. I guess maybe because there's still potential to tell a good story there that hasn't been told yet. As far as Terminator, man, it's like, dude, you did it. Like, that's it. Well, Skynet's been destroyed. I don't know.
And
I don't know what it is, buddy. I can't explain it.
That's part of the difference, though, because we've come to accept the fact that no matter what the movies tell you, Michael Myers is not going to die. With Terminator 2, they ended it. That was it, and then they retconned it. Which you could argue they did with Halloween 4, but they explained, oh, he was in a coma, he didn't really die. There's no way Arnold did not die. And you know what I mean? Like, Judgment Day was stopped, and then they're saying, oh, you can't prevent Judgment Day, it's just going to happen again. Even though we destroyed all traces of the Terminator, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just...
all traces of Skynet.
Yeah.
The guy that was creating Skynet literally killed himself.
Dead AF. Exploded.
So, in a really tense scene, by the way, the heavy breathing.
Yeah.
The heavy breathing and cold sweat that he's got going on, that's... it's pretty intense. But anyways, new Terminator movie, and I guess we will probably have to go see this shit in theaters for the podcast.
We didn't have to see Genesis.
We probably talked about it, but I mean,
I don't think we were doing the podcast at that point. That was the year before we did the podcast.
Whatever the case, man, I'm not excited about this. Do you have anything else before we get into something that I am very excited about?
No, I mean, we pretty much covered it. I mean, I have the same opinion as you. I wish they would just leave the fuck alone, but...
Gotta make that money.
But as far as things we are excited for, I think you know what time it is.
Hit the music!
We got a new Broly trailer! New Broly trailer.
A new Broly trailer, and it is just fucking awesome. I don't know what to say about this trailer. Like, we didn't learn anything new from this trailer. Nothing new was learned. All that we saw, I guess something new was learned. That whole Goku, like, you're not a bad guy, I can tell thing. Will they redeem Broly in this movie?
And we saw them fighting together. We saw Vegeta and Goku fighting together.
We knew that was gonna happen.
We knew it was gonna happen, but we didn't see it until now.
That had to happen. I mean, like, with the way that, like, Broly's on par with Blue Goku, right? Like, in base form.
Yeah.
Not in Super Saiyan, but in base form. So Broly's going to go Super Saiyan after that and probably mop Blue Goku. And then Goku and Vegeta are probably going to fight him. And then he's going to go full power Super Saiyan.
And mop them both. And then they got to go Gogeta.
It's basically it's basically confirmed at this point. I can't believe that it hasn't I can't believe Blue Gogeta wasn't in the trailer, honestly, at this point. Yeah. With the way that, like,
they had red Vegeta in it, but no blue. That is correct.
Blue.
No, they had blue because the blue.
I'm talking about blue. I'm talking about Blue Gogeta.
Oh yeah, I mean
in the trailer. Maybe we'll see. I'll tell you what buddy. I think I asked you this before, but how are they going to beat Broly?
I don't know. Maybe they don't even beat him. You don't know.
I mean, that's a possibility. But I'm assuming that they're going to beat him.
Because you think some way, shape, you think they're going to turn him good and he's going to join the squad? Wasn't that?
Oh, they still got to beat his ass for that to happen. That's just how it works. Vegeta got his ass beat. Piccolo got his ass beat. Frieza got his ass beat several times.
Yes.
And I'm not even saying, and I hope to God that Frieza doesn't become good.
Yeah,
there was an interview, I guess, with the voice actor of Frieza that said Frieza has a really unexpected moment in this movie, which is, I hope to God it's not some sort of, like, face turn for Frieza.
If anything, I hope he goes the other way again. Being like, oh, this Broly guy's fucking cool, and then tries to recruit him for his bidding, even though that was
that's what I mean. I think it's basically all but confirmed. I'm pretty sure that in character profiles and everything, that's already said that there's going to be an alliance between Paragus, Broly, and Frieza. Probably a brief alliance, but an alliance.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my prediction of when Frieza's fighting Broly in that first trailer is basically true at this point. I think the Frieza is going to find Broly on whatever planet he's been banished to, and he's going to fight Broly and then be like, okay, good. I can use you to kill Goku and Vegeta because I'm not strong enough to, but you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's probably what's going to happen. Yeah. But anyways, I mean, tell me what you think about this trailer, man.
Just in just sort of complaints I have, not about the content of the movie, but just in the context of building hype for a movie. I mean, this is the third or fourth trailer. I don't think they need to tell us every single time, like, based on characters by Akira Toriyama. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, we got that with all the rest of them. Like, they show, like, the same text slides, like, every single time. So that's just, like, kind of like a nitpick. And the music was a little bizarre. But other than that, I mean, as far as, like, content goes, like, I thought it was all really good.
The only complaint that I really have, the music was kind of weird for a bunch of buff dudes beating the shit out of each other.
It was like a pop song, you know? Like, it wasn't like, I don't know.
But it doesn't bother me too much because it's anime and you'll have that with anime.
Yeah.
But I don't like the CG at the end with Goku and Vegeta doing the Gallic Gun Kamehameha thing.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, they did a total CG shot on that, which is like, whatever. Probably within the context of the movie, it won't be bad.
But it's it's kind of jarring to see it just out of nowhere, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if the whole movie has elements like that, then it should be fine.
Also, Did you see they changed Frieza? They gave him armor now when he destroys Planet Vegeta.
Oh, I didn't notice.
So they redid the shot of him throwing the energy ball in this trailer, but this time he's wearing his armor.
I did not notice that.
Instead of being a naked boy.
Yeah.
So maybe Bardock will actually be there?
Perhaps.
No?
I mean, we don't know. I mean,
if it's as simple as literally just like, the community wasn't too happy about us having naked Frieza here, let's just draw some armor on him. Is it so hard to just maybe draw Bardock there? Maybe animate a couple scenes of Bardock there, like, Frieza, you're fucked now.
But maybe
I'm
he's
coming
not
for your
there.
ass.
But he could very well not be there. I mean, we don't know
I was making the argument that the last trailer was a bait and switch, and that I think that Bardock will still rebel against Frieza in some way, shape, or form. I have trouble thinking that they're bringing Bardock back for this movie just for him to die silently on Planet Vegeta. You know what I mean?
Standing next to Gine, and then it just explodes as Goku rides away.
Yeah, in the Dragon Ball Minus manga, it says straight up that Frieza destroyed Planet Vegeta like a month or maybe 3 months.
Oh, I thought it happened like right then.
No, time passes between Goku going to Earth and then Frieza destroying the planet. So I'm thinking that King Vegeta will probably have a rebellion in this. And I also think that Bardock will come face to face with Frieza at some point. Now, maybe he won't be killed the same way he was before, standing in front of Planet Vegeta with the stupid ball thing.
Yeah.
Maybe he will infiltrate Frieza's base and try to get him in there. And then, like, Frieza will see him and laugh him off, and then Dodoria and Zarbon will kill him. Here's
the thing, though. Like, we don't even know how much of the backstory they're even going to give. I mean, they're building it up in the trailer, but this could easily just be an opening scene, and then that's it, you know? Like,
I think I heard that, like, the first 20 minutes of the film is, like, backstory.
Oh.
So...
I mean, it's possible, but yeah.
I could see them seriously doing 20 minutes of just, like, of that backstory without even rolling a title card.
Oh, I can totally see it, but we just don't know.
Like, they do, like, straight 20 minutes of shit. Honestly, that would be epic. If they do 20 minutes of shit, and then Frieza destroys Planet Vegeta, and as it's blowing up, Dragon Ball Super Broly just, like, flies up on the screen.
But I hope we still have a good hour after that, though. Like, I hope it's not like, all right, then here's another half hour of this, you know?
Well, dude, I mean, a good chunk of this movie is fucking going to be this fight scene.
Yeah.
According to people working on the film that Geekdom has talked to, the one thing that they've said about this movie is that it's going to look absolutely incredible, and that, like, the battle scenes are just going to be fucking absolutely stupid how awesome they're going to be. So, I mean, maybe it's just overhyping, like they're trying to sell a movie here. I believe it based on what we've seen in the trailer, just based on how good the animation looks and certain things. And then especially in this final trailer, some of the things that we're seeing with, like, Broly shooting all those basically that Kid Buu, like kill everybody on the planet blast or whatever that he did, or was it Super Buu that did that? Super Buu did that.
Yeah.
But still. Just blasts flying everywhere. It's gonna look awesome.
Is this the final trailer? Is that what they said? I mean, it comes out in Japan in a few weeks. I mean we don't get it till
premiering in Japan in a few days.
Jesus Christ.
So we have to stay off the internet, basically.
I mean, I unsubscribed to Geekdom like 2 months ago, so I mean, I'm fine for now, but we'll see. As long as it's not trending in Twitter moments, I guess.
Ugh. Oh man.
It's gonna be like.
Do you still get recommended Dragon Ball videos to you though?
I do, but I don't click on them, and the thumbnails usually aren't that revealing. It'll just be like huge spoilers or whatever, and then
someone's going to fuck us over, buddy.
I know.
Someone is going to pop up And like huge Dragon Ball Super Broly spoilers, and it's gonna have Blue Gogeta literally with his dick in Broly's ass. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna be like, great, thanks for ruining the anal sex scene
It's good.
in Dragon Ball Super Broly.
It's gonna be like Whamageddon, only we have to make it all the way till January.
I can't do that, dude. I need YouTube. And, oh boy, maybe I could just play Dragon Quest until January.
Yeah, I don't know. Anything?
Maybe WWE will get me by till January.
Yeah, right.
The thing that sucks with me though is that okay, I played Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle and I played Dragon Ball Legends, and as a necessity for those games, I'm subscribed to many Dragon Ball channels that keep me updated on those games and let me know
What's
when
going
certain
on?
units are coming, keeping me updated. So it's like save your stones because
Yeah.
fucking, Broly's coming. You know what I mean? You're going to summon for Broly in a couple months, so like, damn. Whatever.
So you're basically fucked.
Yeah, I'm going to know the whole fucking movie before it even comes out.
Yeah.
Well.
Anything else you want to share about the trailer?
I'm excited.
We know that. Anything new you'd like to bring to the table?
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. We did get another Dragon Ball related trailer for their inclusion in the Jump Force game. And what did you think about this?
So, I mean, it wasn't really so much a trailer as it was like a gameplay.
Yeah, it was like gameplay demo, and then there's people like talking over it
with a guy that can't even speak, like speaking really broken English. Like he just kept saying how awesome it's going to be. Like these fights will be very powerful and it will be awesome.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh no shit, you know what I mean? But anyways, reveal of Golden Frieza, Blue Goku, and Blue Vegeta in the in Jump Force. I'm still waiting on my very controversial Rurouni Kenshin Jump Force reveal.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I think that he will be in the game, because they still publish this manga in weekly, not in Weekly Shonen Jump, but in Jump Squared, and in a recent Jump mobile game, Kenshin is in the game. So I mean,
I've never played one of these games. How does the power scaling has to be all fucked up, right?
Yeah, power scaling's fucked. Everybody's equal power.
Because
it's not like
Kenshin's no slouch, no doubt about it. But you put him against Super Saiyan Blue,
put him against base Goku, it's
yeah.
over.
Yeah,
it's over. He's
a normal guy. He's a guy.
Kenshin's fat. He's fast. He's pretty quick. He's not even quicker than Goku. So I mean, yeah. The power scaling is wonky. There's no power scaling.
Yeah.
It's basically in a universe where it's like all these guys are on even footing, I guess. Like even if you're talking Naruto, that's a more popular example. Like Naruto versus Goku. Come on, man. Maybe base Goku, but even Super Saiyan? No.
Yeah.
No. So, Super Saiyan Blue? We're talking about people that can destroy a planet in their base form. You know what I mean? Like, Frieza in Resurrection F just basically bitch smacked the planet in his base form after getting his ass kicked and destroyed the planet.
I mean, Vegeta destroys Planet Vegeta. I mean, pretty early on in the series
Vegeta
as well.
Doesn't destroy Planet Vegeta.
I meant to say Frieza. Sorry. Obviously.
Vegeta destroys Planet Arlia. He destroys Planet Arlia with 2 fingers.
Is that the bug planet?
The bug planet, Vegeta. So yeah, Jump Force trailer. Are you gonna get Jump Force? You don't have a PS4.
I have to get some sort of system that will accommodate it, but perhaps. I mean, I don't know. I wanted to pick up a PS4. I've been dropping hints to Emily about it.
Ooh.
We'll see.
Oh, okay.
We'll see.
Did you know about the Dragon Ball Heroes game coming out for Switch that is potentially getting released in North America.
I had heard about it, yes, but I did not know it was North America.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably pick that up if it does come out in North America. Here's the thing: is that even if it doesn't, you could buy it in Japanese because Switch is region free. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so speaking of controversy, and this will be the last controversy of the show, but did you see the update for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? How they removed one of Mr. Game & Watch's moves because it's insensitive to Native Americans because he's throwing tomahawks or something, like something that he's been doing for the past 40 years. They're just like, oh, we're just gonna take it out in this game. Like, you know the move I'm talking about where he kind of like is throwing the thing? That's offensive.
Here's
now.
the thing: is they took it out, but was anybody even raising like a fuss about it?
I don't know if people were raising a fuss about it, but Nintendo made the announcement. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like they just did it like slyly. They announced, "Hey, we are removing this." So people were like, "Oh yeah, I mean that's nice," but like no one was upset about it. But
I mean,
who cares?
I don't really know how it's like. I don't really know how it's insensitive because I mean, like a tomahawk is like, it's a weapon. Anyone can use it. A white guy could use it. A Mr. Game & Watch can use it, obviously. But I mean, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. So hopefully no gamers are like upset as they tend to get about politically correct things like this.
Who plays this Game & Watch anyway?
Ooh, calling out the Game & Watchers.
I played with him a little bit on Melee, but like for the most part, like he kind of sucks. I mean, he's got that one move that's like a one-shot
Here's the
kill.
thing: if Nintendo really wants to make the community happy, where is Waluigi on this roster?
He's gonna be.
Where is he, buddy?
He's gonna be in it. It's a secret. He's gonna be there. There's no way that he's not in this game in some shape or form.
I want him as a playable character, not as like a fucking battle trophy.
I don't know. It's yet to be seen. I mean, I have to imagine they're just trolling all of us, and that
he needs to join the battle. That's all I'm saying. Super Smash Bros. Coming out later this year, Christmas time.
Yeah, it comes out like 2-3 weeks, something like that. Early December.
I'll get it for Christmas.
Yeah, well, I already have it pre-ordered, so I mean, I'll get it whenever it comes out. Whatever that Tuesday is, it'll be arriving. But yeah, we doing a poll?
Oh yeah, yeah. What do you want to do?
I have no idea.
Who won last week?
I don't even think I posted it.
Oh, you are scum. Okay. Damn. What is? Oh God, no poll this week.
No poll this week. Okay.
Post the one from last week.
I will. Sometimes I forget we have a Twitter, and then I get on there and post a meme, and then forget to do a poll. But okay.
No poll this week. We're giving the fans a week off. We know that
collect. I was going to say these decisions are really tough on the viewers. So
yeah, they're highly stressful. So sometimes people are changing their answers and stuff like that. You can't commit to one answer. It's just too tough. So.
Oh, and also out there, if anyone has made it to the end, I probably should have said this at the beginning of the show. I'll say it at the beginning of next week. No Star Reviews released on this really cool video about an alien encounter he had as a child.
Oh yeah. So, I actually listened to that video when I was doing dishes one day. So shouts out to No Star Reviews, and I need to check out his review of the new like Taco Bell promotional item.
Yes,
or whatever limited test item or whatever it is, because it sounds like something. What was it, like Ghost Ranch like tacos or something?
Something like
Ghost Ranch Gordita or some shit like that.
Yeah,
sounds like something I would fucking smack on super hard.
Yeah, but yeah,
so.
Shout out to No Star Reviews. I'll bring it up again at the beginning of next week's episode, so if anyone doesn't listen till the end, they'll go check it out. So,
yeah,
that's about it for this week, guys. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this with a friend, subscribe to Jared's channel. You get a lot of quality Dragon Ball content over there.
A lot of Dragon Ball gaming content.
Yes.
But also, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Let's get me up to 69 subscribers.
69, that's the goal?
Yeah, that's the goal.
Very interesting. Well, that is about it for this week, everyone. Links to everything are down in the description below. I am Buddy the Bruiser signing off, and you are...
Dynamite Jared. We have been two nerds. This has been a podcast. Later.